Alright guys, today we're going to be installing a hardwood floor. This isn't one of my typical videos. Normally we're out in the woods or out in the cabin sawing stuff on the sawmill. But today we have one of those honey-do list items that we need to get taken care of. That way we can go back out there and start working again. Alright, so what we're going to need for this project today is we got this pre-finished hardwood floor. I didn't want to sit there and mill my own for this project. It would take too long, and being that we live here, we wanted to sit there and get it done quick. So today for this project, we're going to sit there and need a floor nailer, finish nailer, compressor. I've got a large straight edge here that I had already used to do the floor and make sure everything was kind of flat within 1/8 of an inch. Prepared it last night. I know you guys all don't want to sit there and see me pulling up carpet and pulling up tacks, but we got all the tacks out, flooring out, and a vapor barrier down. I'm going to start this floor about 3-4 foot off the edge there and use a spline to reverse the direction later in the video to finish up to that door. That way if I ever got to replace the door or I get any water damage over in that area, I can easily take out some floor and replace it. So one of the areas we're going to sit there and do here is, let me show you how we prepared these doors. I took off all the trim, and then we used a flush cut saw, which I'll show you how to use here in just a second. Okay, so this is a reversible back cut flush saw, and the reason it's reversible is because I can switch the direction of this blade, so I can cut this way or cut this way. So to prepare these door jambs here, we're not taking off this casing. We're just going to put a piece of scrap wood here of the flooring. So, and then we were just able to cut this, so it went underneath. And then when we went to the other side, we just flipped it like I showed you, and we were able to cut in this direction. Nice tool to have. Okay, being that I sit there and I'm going both directions with this flooring, the first thing I had to do is get a parallel line with the walls and chalk that. And then I put down this board here that it would hold my flooring where I wanted it to be without moving as I nailed through this tongue. So we're gonna nail into the tongue every 6 inches, 6 to 8 inches with the flooring nailer here. And I'm gonna keep it 3/4 away from the door. We're gonna allow a little bit of room for expansion around the room as we do it. So let's get started. This is the hammer that comes with the nailer. If you can see, it's got a curved end on it. That's the way when you're hitting the stuff together, you're always hitting underneath the tongue and you're not chipping the top of it. And then you got the rubber handle where it gets a little bit of grip if you need to tighten up the ends. The way this floor works is you hold it parallel there, and then you just hit on this end here. So we're going to go every 6 inches with this. Okay, so as you can see here, I've got some of this laid out on the floor. And what I'm doing is I'm just looking at the different sizes that I've got to work with. So I'll bring out a couple boxes, 2-3 boxes, lay them out on the floor, and then that tells me how big of pieces I've got to use so I can split my joints. So we're gonna go over here and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about here. So I'm looking at these joints here and how they line up. So you want to keep them 4 to 6 inches off the joints, and then later you want them to kind of stagger as you're going. We have a lot of smaller pieces in this flooring selection that we chose, so it's going to be a little harder to do that, but you don't want your joints to line up like this one and this one, or you don't want an H where you just got one in between and they line up. You're also looking that you don't get the same pattern all the time. You don't want to just, you could step, but then every 6 or 7 or 8 piece rows, you start getting a uniform. We want a random look here, is what we're going for. But we want it to be a strong connection. That's why we're not going with H's and with them lining up. To mark your finishing pieces here, I'm using a piece of scrap 3/4 because that's what I'm going to end up using here to put my transition piece in. So this is the piece I want to put in here. This is the tongue side. I'm going to just turn that over here, and I'm going to mark the end of the groove here. The end of this tongue is where the groove starts. So we're gonna mark that right there, and then we'll take that out to the saw and we'll cut it. Okay, so here's what the first 4 rows look like once we get them done here. So we're going to keep doing this, and then I'll check back with you guys later and show you the progress. When we get to the end, at the other end of the room, I'll show you how we finish that off and how we put the spline in and continue going the opposite direction. Okay, so we got to where we wanted to reverse this floor and go the opposite direction, but we don't have a tongue in this area. So what we do is we use a slip spline, which you can cut them yourself, you can buy them. It's all up on preference. So the first thing you're going to do is glue it up with carpenter's wood glue, which I've already done this one, and stick it in the groove of your previous piece. Now there could be several reasons you want to do this. Maybe you're doing a whole house, and when you go through a doorway from one room to another, you come out 4 foot from the wall. So after you get it tapped in there tight, you got it glued, then just throw your cleats in it just like you would normally do. Once you get close to the wall, you can't use your gun anymore. My preferred method is to use a polyurethane glue to hold down those pieces, which I'll glue the subfloor and then fit my pieces using a flooring jack to tighten everything up. Then I'll pre-drill and install 6D finish nails in the edge. And it's that easy. Any of you guys can do this. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.